If you're wondering a little bit more about a Hori Hori knife and how it can maybe be used in your garden, stay tuned because we're going to talk about a whole bunch of uses and show you how to use it, plus review this tool a little bit later.
Hey, Sean and Allison here from Spoken Garden.
Hi there.
Hey, we're here to help you become a better gardener, and today we're going to tell you all about the Hori Hori knife.
Hori Hori knife.
Yeah, you might not know about this knife. This is a great garden tool, especially if you're a new gardener.
Yeah, this was sent to us by a company called Emerging Green, and they're a pretty new company as of last year, and we've been loving this so far.
Yeah, this is a great hand tool. It's a wonderful, useful hand tool around any garden, and it can be used to graft, it can be used to dig holes, it can be used for measuring, it can be used for transplanting and doing all sorts of great things.
So let's get into a lot more about this Hori Hori knife.
Now, some Hori Hori knives will come with an actual leather sheath, and this one does. Some don't, but a lot of them do. And so this has a nice button strap there. It comes out. It's really nice. Now, this is good because you can carry it around with you and it won't poke you, it won't cut you. It makes it a lot more comfortable, goes right on your belt. Super awesome. Now, this is the Hori Hori knife. This is stainless steel. It's got two edges to it. Now, some Hori Hori knives just have two straight edges. This one actually has a serrated edge. And to tell you guys the truth, this serrated edge is sharper than this straight edge. But either way, it's still a great tool. It definitely has a point. It's got a tang, it's got the handle. This is a wood handle. Now, this Hori Hori knife is really well balanced. It feels really good in our hand. And to see if you can have it really well balanced, put it on your finger like that. So there you go. That's really well balanced if you can do this and it doesn't go either way. So it means it's gonna feel good in your hand. It's easy to use. So also on the back, which is really cool, it's got this measurement, this graduated measuring system right here. It's got metric and it's got standard. So if you want to use this for digging down your different holes and you want to dig down and plant at certain depths, say with like bulbs, or you need to measure down for whatever other reason, and you want to measure like the soil depth or mulch depth or something, you can use this to do exactly that. This is a really great tool. So, and also I wanted to show you, you can see on this edge and this edge are the same, but it kind of comes down, it's kind of concave right there. And that's to help you use this with a lot of different digging types of uses. And I'm gonna show you that real quick. Okay, so let's measure something. Let's use this to measure with. And see how I'm crouched down and I can just grab this? Super comfortable, super easy. Okay, so let's measure some mulch. Let's take our Hori Hori garden knife and let's just dig down here. Okay, so I've already reached down and found the soil. I can take this and put it right up against the edge here of where I just dug, and we're at about 1.5 inches here roughly of mulch. So this is a good way to check and see if I need more mulch in this bed, and we do, because we need to be at least 2 inches, between 2 and 4 inches. So there you go. That's how you use this to measure for that. Now, if we want to plant this grape hyacinth bulb right now, which is a great time to do that, I'm going to set this down here. We're going to put it right here because we've already got this hole. I need to place this about 2 to 4 inches deep. So I need to go down here and I can just use this and get in here, just literally stab at the soil, get my hole down here, and there we go. So now we're just about, and we're going to include the mulch depth with this total depth because you want to do that when you're planting mulch or planting bulbs. So we're at about 4 inches. This is perfect. I'm just going to kind of do that real quick, and then I can just take this grape hyacinth, place it down in there, get it nice and steady, and then I can use either my hand or the Hori Hori knife to replace the soil, put the mulch back over, tamp it down. We're done. So there's another use for the Hori Hori knife. Now, we need to transplant this little daisy that we pulled out of one of our containers. We want to put it into our landscape. So now I'm going to show you how to transplant with this, which is very similar to how I just planted the grape hyacinth bulb. We need to find a different location. So maybe we'll come over here and we'll use this. So we're gonna, got some bird seed in here. We're gonna get that out. Now see, I'm actually, you could say I'm weeding with this because these are little seedlings. I'm just popping those up. Look at that. So if I wanted to, I could go like this. I can do that. That's another way to use this. And actually it's a great way to use this. What it's actually made for is to get into that soil and pop those up. Look at all those little seedlings. Look at all those little weeds. So, okay, so we're gonna plant our daisy plant here. I'm just gonna get in here, loosen this up, get our planting hole dug. See See how easy that is? This thing just goes right in and out. No problem. And then we'll use this. We can also use it to make our hole. Remove that soil out of there. Okay, so I've got my hole. I'm gonna set the plant down in on that bubble there. And then I'm just gonna make sure all those roots are down there. And I'm gonna use the Hori Hori knife to replace that soil in the planting hole there. Get it around the roots. Tamp it down. Looking good, looking good. Okay, there we go. Now you've seen how to use a Hori Hori knife to actually transplant a plant into your landscape. So we just went over how to measure your mulch depth using the Hori Hori knife, how to get the right depth and then plant your grape hyacinth bulb or other fall planted bulbs. And I just showed you how to transplant a new plant into the landscape using a Hori Hori knife. Now we're going to use the Hori Hori knife to create a garden bed edge along our grass right here. And it's super easy. Now you can see this edge kind of comes along here. It's a little rough though. It's not really smooth. So we want to smooth this out. One way to do that is to get your edge. You can just take the tip, make your line right there. And let's say we want the edge to come out to here. We want to get rid of this. So all we do, use the serrated edge on the Hori Hori knife, stick it in, and then just start sawing right down your line there. And then just give it one more time. There's your edge. Then what you do is just come in, and now you're weeding, and just get right underneath that grass. Be careful not to cut yourself with the serrated edge, and get the grass out of here. This makes it really easy, you guys. So easy. Some of these you'll have to get, like grass, you're gonna have to get some of the runners. But see how easy this is? This goes so fast. And now we've got that nice clean edge on that. We've reestablished that edge. Looks so much better. Now, one thing you want to consider is if you want to use a Hori Hori knife to edge or to weed or anything else that's down low to the ground, it's a great tool for that. But if you have trouble getting up and down when you're down low and you would rather do something standing up, then don't use the Hori Hori knife. But otherwise, down low, close to the ground, best tool to have.
So Sean showed you a few uses of this Hori Hori knife, and I really have been enjoying having this in our garden because I don't have as much experience with it as Sean does. So as kind of more of a beginner, it's been a great tool to practice with. And one thing that I love using it for is weeding. So there's a lot of tools you can use for weeding. So this isn't the only use of it, obviously. So with this pointed tip right here, I can really get right under this weed and just pop it out and get all the roots out of the area. So in the mulch here, I'm just gonna go straight in and just pop it right up and make sure I get everything. I didn't really get all of them there, but there's the rest of it. So that's done. And another use for it for weeding is, as you can see, we have a very young baby hosta right here that we just planted not too long ago. And there's a weed right here that I want to get out, and I don't want to damage the plant at all. So I can get into tighter spaces, if that makes sense. Pop that weed up and get it out of there.
So you know what? This tool overall is great. We would recommend it to any of you out there. It's well built, it's sturdy, it has so many different uses that we just showed you.
I know, and I think compared to other Hori Hori knives, I really like that it has a measurement. In fact, it's upside down for you, but I like the measuring ruler in the middle. That makes it really easy for when you're out in the garden and you want to have one tool with you that kind of does everything. This is awesome.
Yep.
And it also has the serrated edge right here, which not all Hori Hori knives have, so we've been really appreciative of that.
Yep. Make sure to check that link down below. Emerging Green products, great. It's going to take you to Amazon. You know, we love hearing from you guys. So if you have any comments or questions or experience with a Hori Hori knife yourself, go ahead and leave that down below. We love hearing from you. And make sure to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already so you get updates on our latest videos.
Yeah, that's a wrap for this garden tool review, Emerging Green Hori Hori knife. And thank you for watching and for being here. So we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.